Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome in. Friday, August 25th, 7 a.m. New York time. Actually, it's 7:01, just a little bit late. Sorry about that. But welcome back to the 10K to $2 million funding challenge live stream, sponsored by the Bespoke Funding Program. Use code Venator when you're purchasing a challenge at Bespoke. You get 15% off and 85% lifetime profit split. So hope you guys are taking advantage of that. They're one of the best firms in the industry right now and will continue to be, I think, for quite a while to come. So I absolutely love working with them. They have been awesome. Their spreads, their commissions, their executions, their payouts, their customer support, all of it has been A++. So I highly recommend you jumping on your next challenge with Bespoke and use that code Venator. It will help out the stream as we move forward. We got a 10K account giveaway that we're doing this morning in about an hour and a half. Around 8:30 New York time, so be sure to hang out around here for that. I'll give you guys very specific instructions on exactly what to do to qualify to be able to win that account. We'll talk about that here in a minute. But do have a live trade set up. I've got orders set right now as we jump on the stream today. We've got a buy limit order set right here off of this bullish breaker. So beautiful breaker setup. This is the setup that we trade. If you're interested in learning more about the strategy that we use, this is the ICT breaker block, or it's Venator's version of the ICT breaker block, wherein we are looking for a run of liquidity and then displacement away. And this is just a beautiful example of that. London, quick deep dive down and then displacement away. I'm choosing to use this candle right here. This is the last up close candle before we had the run on liquidity, and then we've displaced away. So if price just takes off from here, the other opportunity we might be able to look at is this candle here, which you can see, nope, it would be up here on the 30-minute, and the 1 hour would be up here. You might get a pullback into this level here, which is the last up close candle before you had the run below the daily fair value gap here. Or weekly fair value gap. Sorry, this is this big orange block here is a weekly fair value gap, and we have now closed it price all the way back in. I'm anticipating a little bit of thank God it's Friday retrace here after our big move down all week. Just a little bit of a pullback, and this is the move we're anticipating for. So we have some news coming out at 10 o'clock. We won't stay on the stream until that long today. I don't anticipate doing that anyway. Fed Powell speaks, and there's a revised University of Michigan sentiment report. I would trade through the University of Michigan report. That is one that I will trade through. The Fed Powell speaking is one that I would try to avoid, but we've got 3 hours before then, so I'm more than content if we get a setup, taking a setup here. Pound dollar also is giving us a very similar setup right here. And I would probably look to use this area here as a breaker. So euro dollar may not give us that big of a pullback. And if the dollar just wants to crash here, which it very well may want to do, then I would be okay with also looking at this fair value gap inside this breaker here, and looking to go long off GBP somewhere in here, and a stop loss here and a TP here. So potentially that's what I'm anticipating here. I'll wait for this 15-minute candle to close to make sure that we don't close bearish back inside here. So we've still got a little bit. But if this does close out like it is currently, I would set up a GU trade on this as well off of these numbers here. And that would either one, whichever one came back first, could be EU. I mean, EU might also give us that setup right there. I like this. I would like to see EU come back deeper here, but GU is giving us a very clean setup off of a very similar position here. So this is your last up move, dive down, displace higher, fair value gap inside of that breaker. But that's what we're looking at. That's beautiful, beautiful. So our draw on liquidity has been tapped into. This daily volume imbalance we identified at the beginning of the week was where we would like to see the dollar reach up into. And then, of course, overnight it has, and it's rejected off of that. Now, I still am bullish dollar. But once your draw on liquidity is tapped into, it is okay to be move neutral or look for reversal plays there. I still think that the dollar is going to reach up into these highs. I think eventually back up into here. I don't know how long that's going to take, a couple weeks, another month, month and a half, I don't know. But we've definitely reached through, grab liquidity, have displaced higher. There's your daily breaker right here. These three up close candles. Your daily breaker. Once we displaced higher, you could anticipate now another retrace back down. You've got some nice relative equal lows under these daily lows. Reach back down into this breaker, potentially under this swing low. Retest that inverted fair value gap one more time. So kind of how I'm looking to see the dollar play out today is some bearishness. This is an overnight gap up. It's filled that in now completely, so hopefully we could get a little bit of a pullback here off of this volume imbalance, and that would trigger us into some trades, and then we could head lower. So that's what we're looking for and waiting for. But I am going to get ready just in case. I set up a second trade, and whichever one gets triggered first, I would cancel the opposite side of that. So I'm just looking here to see if I would want to move I don't think I would want to move my euro dollar stop up. I think I prefer to keep the GU where that is and leave euro where it is. But I am going to I'll move my mic over here. I am going to set this up. It is on there, so let's see here. All right, so just get that in there. There we go. So that would be 259 A2 258 1-1 and 2-6-3-3. Okay. I'm just going to check my there you go. Get that in there. And the last one here. Perfect. All right. So I'm going to copy that out as well. I'm going to put that on the tweets. Couple of alerts. That is a very rare occurrence here on the stream where we have 2 trade setups called out. It's only happened a couple other times. So we just wait. If one gets triggered, we cancel the other. We do not leave both in. The first one to get triggered cancels the other one. Just typing this up, the entry is 125982. These are not, I'm not telling you to take these signals. This is for my transparency and entertainment on the stream. So that all the trades that I've taken, no one can say that I did not manipulate this or whatever. Like, these are my trades. And again, I'm not telling you to take this trade, any of these setups. You need to make sure that they fit your system. And you are responsible for managing your own account. So with that in mind, you should do your own due diligence. You should make sure that all the trades fit your requirements to enter, that your proper risk management, etc., etc. So we've got a euro trade set up here. We've got a pound USD trade set up here. We've got dollar filling in a volume imbalance. We're expecting a bit of a retrace back up towards this daily volume imbalance. And then I would anticipate a further decline on DXY here. GJ, similarly, we're getting a little bit of there's just nice looking setups all over this morning as soon as we get on the stream. You've got a breaker block set up here on GJ where you've had a push up, a rundown, you've taken out sell side liquidity, you've taken out this sell side liquidity, and you've displaced higher. Not a super clean fair value gap in there on the 15-minute or on the 10. Not really anything super clean there on the 5-minute either. Maybe a small little fair value gap right there that you could identify if you're wanting to go long on GJ. But GJ's been super bullish. And so that could be a potential on GJ as well. UJ, the trade on UJ that we called out live on the stream yesterday had pretty much a sniper entry. Ended up, I said at the end of the day, I don't like to hold trades overnight. So as the end of the day was approaching, it was way up here. And I tweeted in the Discord, not tweeted, I just posted in the Discord, hey, you should go ahead and close that out right around 2R there. It did end up going up and not taking out final TP there. So overnight, and now it's just kind of range bound there. US 30, I wouldn't surprise if we get a little bit of a pullback on the indices today. Again, some more of that thank God it's Friday approach. It did reach down into this daily fair value gap, which was our draw on liquidity for the week. As price was chopping around, we said it's probably going to hang out, come up, retest this inverted fair value gap, and then drop into this BPR, balanced price range, overlapping fair value gaps here, which it did yesterday, and now we're starting to get a little bit of pullback here today. So that's what we're looking at. That's the analysis. These are all good setups, and if one of them gets triggered, fantastic. If it doesn't, also fantastic. We're just here taking the setups. July and August have been very, very sparse on the A+ setups for this particular system. But we've been patient. We're ready to get back on a little bit of a winning streak here. This system over the last 100 live trades still has over a 50% win rate. So I'm still extremely confident. Someone was messaging me on Twitter a day or two ago, just like, hey, are you worried about this? Does this still work? And I'm like, bro, I am not worried about this strategy at all. Not at all. And I'm not worried about the way I execute this strategy at all. So that's why I don't care. I'm not worried about the last month. I'm not worried about this month. I'm worried about the next 100 trades that I take. And that's what profitable traders focus on, is the long-term perspective. Did I follow my rules today? And if I can answer yes to that question every single day, I'm going to be profitable in the end because I know what the edge that this system has. So again, this is not me telling you to take this trade or any of these trades. This is just me doing my own analysis live in front of you and showing you what patience looks like, what you do when you see it, and how you just execute fearlessly regardless of whatever happens. I've made my decision that this is the trade setup I would like to get involved in today. If price comes back down to my entry and tags me in, I'm perfectly fine with that. If it comes back down and swerves me, I'm going to be pissed off, but I'm not going to revenge trade or tilt or chase anything. It's just going to go on and do whatever it's going to do. So, if it starts taking out some of these higher time frame liquidity points, obviously you've got a very nice, I don't know that we get up here this high today. We could, but I definitely think we're going to pull back off of these larger legs down. If you're just pulling a fib, where might you expect price to go to? Well, at least 50%. The OTE level in here, which lines up with a fair value gap on the 1 hour, and on the 4 hour, you obviously have a large imbalance up here that price could want to reach back into. So that's the play, and that's what we're waiting on. And it's either going to happen or it's not. Until then, we're just going to hang out on the stream and watch, and maybe we'll get a play. I would be interested to see GU, if it comes down, probably gets triggered in before EU way down here. This lines more up where GU is right now. So all of this stuff right here could be where EU wants to pull back. I would prefer to see EU come down to this breaker, but I don't know that that's going to make a deep of a dive. It seems more likely that GU would get triggered in first here. We'll just wait and see how that goes. All right. Make sure you hit that like button right off the bat. Let's get those likes up. We've got about 1 hour. We'll do our giveaway. Another 10K account. Let's see who's over here in the stream. Good morning, Kenneth, Beeswax, Cisco, Adrian, Muhammad, Kenneth. Hit that like, everyone. Yes, John, good morning. Red Ezekiel, good morning. George Tucker, good morning. What's up, H Trading Night? The EU setup is good, says Muhammad. I like it. I think the GU setup is good too. Alpha Bridge, what's up? Shadow Trades, good morning, friends. Mr. Alfie Metro, what's up? Ken Atha, what's up? David Dreams, good morning. LOL, Fritz. Kai, good evening. Welcome in, man. Brad, can you show the Euro setup again? Yeah, Euro setup is down here. Up close candle, run liquidity, displace higher. It may not want to come back down now. Here now, it's running through bearish PD arrays. It's not respecting any of these. This may be the breaker that EU wants to use instead of this deeper entry here. So, but GU is giving us a very similar setup. So one of those I think is going to get triggered in. EU looks much better than GU this time. Well, I don't know. I really like GU. I think GU's just as clean. You look at it on a 30-minute time frame, it's very clear where you get a run up, a quick run down, and you're getting displacement away. So this looks very clean to me on GU. If you, again, it's not the 15. This is on a 30-minute time frame. Look how pretty that is. It's just up, down, displace. So I like both of them, but you're more than willing, and you have to make the decisions for your own accounts and the trades that you see, the setups that you find. That's just how I see both of these right now. So, Brad, why don't you take partial and let the trade run for bigger RR? Because my data says when I used to do that, I wouldn't get bigger RR because I would take partials, and now when I finally closed everything out, I might average like 2.25 R or 2.5 R, because your trade might run a total distance of 4R. But because you've taken partials along the way, it's not a true 4R return. It's a true just over 2R return. So for me, managing that trade and the stress involved and where you should take partials and where you should move to break even and where you should move your stop up, and the time involved, it just adds more stress, it adds more pressure, it added more, and it wasn't getting me that much more return. So I am very content now with just taking the full position off with a 1-2. I win twice as much as I lose every single time. And I've said this many times before, get the low-hanging fruit. I'm fine with grabbing the low-hanging fruit. It tastes just as good as the fruit at the top of the tree, and I don't have to do all the work to get up there. So that's why I don't take partials on this system. Subhan says, what price are we targeting on EU? I'm just targeting 1-2. 1-2 off of my entry. If you were gonna use this breaker as your entry and this fair value gap, you'd probably want to do, I'd probably want to do something like this. I don't like to do less than about 7, but 1-2, just over 1-2 would be right around there, right around that swing high. But I don't target. I do target liquidity levels. I make sure that I prefer that my 1-2 targets are within either right at a liquidity level or right before a liquidity level. I don't want them to be too far beyond liquidity levels. Most of the time, they're very well within easy reach for a trade to play out. Alphabet says that UJ trade was nice. Yes, it was. It was very pretty. It was outside of the execution time for entry, 10:30. So that's why I didn't take that trade, but the setup played out beautifully. It was a really, really pretty setup. Good morning, Ryfin. Good morning, Yash and Mr. Partha G. Vincent says partials are overrated. Partials are, I mean, there's a lot of great traders that utilize partials, and I understand why they do it. But for me, it just, for my mentality and the way that I like to see my win rate improve, etc., I would rather just take the full position off at 1 to 2. I'm totally fine taking just a small bite out of the market. And as you begin to manage larger accounts, and you see that percentage going up and down, you see that profit and loss going up and down, and you see the numbers where this is a $400 win on a $10,000 account. It's a $4,000 win on a $100K account. And it's a $16,000 win on a $400K account. So are you not going to be happy with $16,000 on that short little move right there? I would be. And I will be. So I don't need to take off $4,000 at 1 to 2 and then hope it goes up here that I can get 16 grand when I could have just had the full 16 grand right there. So that's the way I kind of look at it. I don't really care how that happens to play out over the course of time. Partials don't make sense mathematically. Partials make sense in the fact that you're always going to make some money typically on a trade, because if you're going to take a partial, you're probably going to be moving to break even. So you've locked in at least a little bit of a profit. And what you're really hoping for, and here's the theory behind it, is what you're really hoping for is to get in at a level down here, and then you can wait and hold price as it runs all the way up here. Well, the fact of the matter is that you're not going to do that. No one does that. You're not going to capture you're not going to be able to get this trade right here for a 1 to 12. It looks like you could do that. And when you're back testing, you have balls of steel and you can do that. But when you're in a live market, I swear to you, when you get up 1 to 2, 1 to 3, the sweat bullets that are going to be rolling down your forehead and your back as you're watching that money and that profit go, you're not going to hold it. You're not. And you're going to take more partials and more partials and more partials. And what you're going to end up with is when you hit a home run like that, you're still at, like, instead of a 1 to 12, it's like a 1 to 3.5, because you've taken off big chunks all along the way. And the parts that are running might make you feel better mentally to see that you held, but the portion of your trade that's running is so small, it's not going to produce this massive return. So for me, I'm just like, just take the 1 to 2 or a 1 to 2.5 or a 1 to 3, whatever it is. Just take the full position off, close your charts. The feeling that you're going to have when you consistently just close out 1 to 2s and 1 to 3s, what that does mentally for you is it's so substantial to your mindset. It just reinforces that you're consistently winning over and over. Most people will do way better in this business with a higher win rate and a lower risk reward ratio. You will begin to stack up wins a lot easier, which is going to help your confidence and your ability to execute your system when you see it, versus trying to hit these home runs. A bunt single or a bloop single into the outfield, or just a good solid base hit line drive is just, I mean, you're going to get rich doing that a couple of times a month. You will get rich doing that a couple times a month. So you don't have to hit grand slams and home runs every time you step up to take a trade. Go for that high batting average and just get on base, and you're going to get rich. I promise you. Let me give you straight up strategy on risk reward management. You risk 2%, right? So you put 2 trades on the same price. The first trade's 1 to 2, and the second is 1 to 4. So if both play out, you get 6R. But if only the first one hit, you are risk free. Good morning, Michael D. Cisco partials don't make sense mathematically. Ben A. Morning, once you're funded, do you still risk 2%? Yes. I don't change anything in my risk strategy. I trade the same way I trade every single day. I am funded right now. I'm funded on multiple accounts, and we're funded right here with 10K funded account. Nothing's changing. I don't change my, why would I change anything? Why would you change anything? There's no time limit here on any of these challenges. So a challenge has the same parameters as a funded account. And so if I'm making 8% on a challenge, why would I not be trying to also make 8% on my funded account? It doesn't make any sense. Why would you change your entire risk management strategy because you're funded? If you can pass a challenge, you can pass another challenge. And if you can get funded, you can get funded again. And you're going to be making 5% or 8%. If you're using Bespoke, their profit targets are 8% and 5%, phase 1, phase 2. So my goal is to always be making 5% to 8% every single time. That's going to be passing challenges. That's going to be giving me consistently good payouts to stack more accounts. I don't change anything. This is my trading plan. This is the plan that has made me profitable. I'm not going to change anything. It doesn't matter whether I'm trading a challenge, whether I'm trading a funded account, because let's freaking be honest, they're all demo accounts anyway. They're all demo accounts. Every single one of these are demo accounts. These are not live markets. These are not live orders. I am not being A-booked. They don't have enough data on me to even determine whether I should be A-booked right now because I take so few trades anyway. So it's all a demo account. I'm not going to change one thing about my trading plan. I'm going to take my setups. I'm going to let my risk reward ratio and my above 50% win rate play out. And in the end, I'll be rich. So I don't change anything. Cisco says they make sense psychologically, but not mathematically. Rep. Muhammad, I used to take 1 to 5 to 1 to 8. Let me tell you, 1 to 2 and 1 to 3 is much better than taking higher R. It's just so much. It is so much less stress. I 100% agree with you, brother. 100% agree with you, sir. It is so much less stress. John says every futures trader I know keeps a runner. Maybe it's just different for that asset. I don't do that because I'm in a poor position where I can't afford multiple lots, but when I can, I do. Look, I am not anti let a runner run. I'm not anti that. So hear me say that. I'm just saying, you know, if you ever get to a position where you're like, hey, so let's say this was a $400,000 account. And let's say we identified, let's say this swing level right here, which is about 1 to 1.3 probably, just eyeballing it. Just over 1 to 1 is somewhere right around here. And we're like, hey, we're going to take off 50% of our trade here. So now if we closed out everything right here, we don't get 1 to 2, we get a 1.5 R because we closed out half of our position early. So we only have half of our position now to make a full 1 to 2, we need to go 1 to 3. And if we took it all off at 1 to 3, we've made 1 to 2. Now let's say we took off another half here at 1 to 2. And so now we only have 0.25% left to run, a quarter R left. Now we need to get to 1 to 4 to get a full 1 to 2 risk reward ratio. See how that works? Like to get the same, to leave a runner on and target this high, if I'm taking off 50% at the first swing level and then 50% at the next swing level, and then I'm leaving the last 0.25% R to run, I have to get 1 to 4, whereas all of that may not happen where I can just take off the full 1 to 2. And I don't ever care if it gets up here. If it gets up there, great, cool. I don't give a crap. I made my money. I followed my plan. I made my money. I don't care if it goes up there. Tomorrow I'm going to come back and I'm going to look for another juicy red apple hanging off the bottom of the tree that I can reach up and grab. So I am not dissing anybody who wants to leave a runner. I'm not saying they're bad traders. I'm just saying for me and my approach to trade management, risk management, all of those things, I don't want to hold. I want to get in. Because I don't know where the market's going to turn. No one does. Maybe ICT would say he does, but no one knows. So I'm just give me my 1 to 2. It's like he even says, if you listen to the 2022 mentorship, ICT even says 5 handles a day, 5 handles a day. Just get your 5 handles and get out. That's all you need, 5 handles a day. Now, can he trade and catch bigger moves and runs? Yes. But what does he tell you in the 2022 mentorship? 5 handles a day. That's all you need. In Forex, whatever it is, this would be 35 pips because it's 1 to 2. So you're risking 17 to make 35. And if this was a euro dollar trade, we're risking, what is this? 8.5 pips to make 17.5 pips. So all of that is why I'm perfectly content with only getting a 1 to 2. I understand why people take partials. I understand that for certain people's mindsets and their trading system, partials make complete and total sense. I'm not bagging it. I'm just telling you, this is how I approach and why I think the way I do about my trading plan. And a lot of it's just data-based and statistic-based. When I took partials, my overall average risk-reward ratio was just above a true 1 to 2 R. But there was so much more stress involved. So I was like, you know what? It's not worth all the extra stress to sit there and manage and sit in front of a chart and watch and set alerts and am I taking the right amount off this time, etc. So I just was like, screw it. You know what? For me, I'm a simple guy. Just give me a simple plan. It gets in, it gets out. Let's go have a nice lunch and enjoy the rest of my day. Would you take both the GU and EU setup or just the one? I would not. I'm only going to take one of these. Whichever one gets triggered in first is the one that I will take. It's probably going to be GU based on just market structure that I look at. For EU to come back down, it would have to be moved pretty aggressively. GU is going to be a lot easier to get tagged into. So I'm guessing that's probably the one that will get triggered if either one does get triggered. But I'll only take one of these setups, whichever one gets triggered first. Emmanuel Fax, Dennis Dazo. Hey, Venator, been away for some days. Yeah, man. Can you talk about what helped you have a solid psychology? Patience, just deciding to be patient, getting sick and tired of being sick and tired. You know, I've talked about this a few times on the stream where it's just you decide to follow a rule. You set a rule and then you just follow through and keep the rule. And the more you do that, every day that you can come to the market and you can say yes to your trading plan and say no to the emotional impulse, it builds confidence in you to be able to just show up every day and do what you're supposed to do. That's really the truth of the matter. That's the truth of it, is being an emotionally mature person. And every day that you do that, it's another brick in the wall of your self-confidence that you're building up stronger and stronger. And you just have to commit to following your rules and then do it. Do it. Don't worry about the outcome of trades. Don't worry about your profit and loss. Don't worry about your challenge. All that stuff will take care of itself. You might lose a funded account. You might lose a challenge while you're building up your psychology and your mindset. But if you lose them because you followed your rules and your plan, that's still a win. That's still a win, because what you're doing is you're instilling in yourself this idea that I can trust myself. I can trust myself to make the right decision. I can trust myself to keep the promises that I make to myself. I can trust myself to follow the rules that I have written down. I can trust myself to whatever it is, fill in the blank. And the more that you do that, and the more that you show yourself and you prove to yourself that you can ignore the false alarms that your subconscious brain is constantly blaring every time you sit down at the charts, the more you can turn that switch off and ignore that, the more your confidence grows, the more your psychology gets to a place where you are self-aware enough to understand what's happening with you emotionally at any given time. And then when you can be self-aware enough of that, it just becomes so much easier to go, well, that's a dumb decision. I'm going to avoid that. But it truly is a day-to-day commitment, a true day-to-day commitment to just stick to your plan. Only take A+ setups that look exactly the way they're supposed to look. This is an example of that. We have an up move, a sharp, quick run through liquidity, and we have displacement away. We have a breaker block. We have a fair value gap. This is the setup. I don't even have to think about this. I've seen this so many times. When I see it, it jumps off the page at me, and if I'm sitting in my tree stand hunting my trophy buck, when I see this, I've got my rifle up, the scope on my eye, and I know exactly where I need that deer to get to. And I can see him moving around right now. Right now, the buck is not in range for me to take a shot. I know where he's at. He doesn't know I'm here. And I'm waiting for him to just step out into the clearing a little bit more. And then bam, he's mine. So I either get my price and I get my entry, or I don't. And either way, I'm perfectly fine, but this is the setup that I look for every single day when I come to the markets. I want to see a run of liquidity, euro dollar, move up, sharp move down, displacement higher. So this is it. That's the setup. And I don't know. I mean, if you sit here and watch the stream with me, a lot of you guys are in here every single day watching me. I'm pretty consistent on exactly the setups that I call out and the trades that I take. I mean, I don't waver. I don't make impulsive decisions. I don't jump in and out. I'm not talking myself into something. Not that I have never done that. But if you go back and you watch we're up to about 80 streams now. We're up to about almost 80 streams. So if you go back and watch all 80 streams, you're going to see this. This is what you do. You just show up every day, and there's going to be lots of days. We had 2.5 weeks where we didn't take a trade. 2.5 weeks we streamed every day, and we never saw this setup. We never saw it, or we saw it called a trade and it never came back and triggered us in. And I'm still fine. I'm still okay. I'm not upset. I'm not revenge trading. I haven't blown an account. I haven't lost a challenge. And we're just waiting. We're just waiting for our setups to show up. We know that with 1-to-2 risk reward ratio and a plus 50% win rate, this is going to be just fine. Everything's going to be good. Everything's going to be good. Hey, Shock, welcome in, new subscriber. Happy to have you, and thanks for being here on the stream, and thanks for jumping in on the chat, man. The chat's where it's at. You guys make the stream as good as it is. These streams are life-changing. I'm glad you like it. Andy C., I think taking partials and letting it run is better for lower time frame entries. Perhaps I could see the logic behind a lower time frame partial position. Because yes, I could understand the logic behind that. I don't like doing the lower time frames. Again, I'm trying to make my job easier and make the decisions much more clearer. And that is so much easier on a higher time frame, like the 10-minute, the 15-minute, the 30-minute. So we're sitting here watching this on the 30-minute time frame. This is the 15-minute currently right now. My max losing streak is 4 trades in a row on 100 trades from a live market, not a demo, not a back test, live market data. The last 100 trades, the max losing streak is 4 trades in a row. Now I might hit 4 in a row, win 2, and then lose 3 in a row. So don't let that deceive you. I could have, one winner in there could break up a losing streak. That doesn't necessarily mean I won't go back on another losing streak, but the max losing streak is 4 trades in a row. Red says, I watched some eps of the 2022 yesterday, and that's where he said that July and August is definitely hit or miss month, and it's so real. Yeah, it is. We're definitely experiencing that a little bit so far. Dominic, self-affirmation while streaming by showing like you do. Best way ever. Thanks, man. What time is the giveaway? We'll do the giveaway in 45 minutes at 8:30 New York time. So it's 7:47. So in about 45 more minutes, we will do a giveaway. Dunamis Crypto, if you can figure out a way to call the buck in, that would be great. I wish, man, I need to get some antlers and rattle some antlers when we get a trade set up. Call that buck in. Get me a little buck call, a little grunter. See if I can get a buck. That's a great idea, man. We should add that to the stream. I love it. Muhammad Sayim says, after showing up here, I see breaker when I do analysis, but the best part is I don't even trade breaker setups. That's awesome. I'm glad you see them. You should start using them because they work really well, buddy. It's just being embedded in my mind. Yep. That's what happens. I mean, it just happens over time. You see exactly what you see. I can't help that. It's one of the dangers of watching Venator trade. You're gonna learn some what nice looking setups look like. Kai, what do we need to do to enter the giveaway? I'll tell you here in just a minute. Take 75% off the first resistance support level. Leave the rest to do what it will do. Don't move the stop loss on the runner until it's 2 levels away. That's a pretty good plan, John, if you can stick with it. I would love to see your data all over 100 trades when that happens. Like what does that actually look like in the long run after you've got 100 trades? What's your true risk reward ratio? And if it's anything between 1 to 2 and 1 to 3, it's fantastic. Cool. But I'd also love to see how you feel trying to manage those positions in trades and watching them run and dink around back and forth and get big pullbacks and then big ups. And how does that play with your psychology versus just taking a shorter full position off? Difficulty with breakers. That's why I'm here. Well, a lot of people just don't see some setups easier than others. And if breakers don't work for you, man, don't try to force them. Just use something else. Use your OTEs with your fair value gaps. Use order blocks. Use higher time frame draws of liquidity, a lower time frame break of structure, a fair value gap entry. I mean, there's all kinds of trading scenarios to help you, kind of figure that out. So don't feel like you have to just force to learn how to trade a breaker. Saeem, same man, but I added it on my Confluence instead. I used to take 1 in 10 breaker setups before I started watching Brad. Now I take 1 in 3 or 4. I'm glad you guys find the system helpful. My goal is not to convince you to use breaker setups. That's not my goal. My goal is to help you become consistently profitable traders. And really that comes down to understanding how to be patient and how to follow your plan to the T. You can do that, then as long as your plan has an edge and you're winning more than you lose, then you're going to be fine. We caught fever watching Venator stream. Yeah. I'm also here to help you have a better stream. John, our stream would not be what it is without John Jones in here every single day, stirring up the pot and talking about his crappy Kansas City Royals and his just okay barbecue. So without John in here, we definitely would not have someone to... and his, what was it, Jim the Wonder Dog? Jim? Is that his name? Jim the Wonder Dog? I can't remember. Jim the Wonder Dog. There it is. Ghost in the Machine is working. It's definitely working, but with Venator's breaker. I love it. I'm glad you guys see it all over the place. Makes me feel good. Makes me feel good. We'll see how this little breaker setup works here on GJ. I'd be interested to know how that's going to play out. Just popping around here, seeing if I see anything else. There's nothing really of note. These are the best looking plays of the day, and we'll just let them ride. It's not my breaker. I don't call this Venator's breaker. This is definitely ICT's. I make no claims to inventing this strategy at all. Now I might have my specific way I like to trade it, but this is completely and 100% an ICT setup. I have no desire to say that I figured this out. I did not. It is ICT setup. This is just the way I trade it. I guess my variation of the ICT breaker block. All right, so we're coming in. We've got about 7 more minutes to the top of the hour here. A beautiful fair value gap setting up on the 1 hour. This is boding well for the 8 o'clock hour to open, put in a lower wick, and then return, or potentially the 8 o'clock hour, 9 o'clock hour, and then roll up. So either way, I like the way this is kind of setting up here for us. I'm a fan. I'm digging it. I think it's a good setup. Oh, goodness gracious. All right, so we're gonna tweet something out. We're gonna tweet something out here in just about probably 15 minutes that you guys will need to retweet. Just like we did last week, we will tweet something out. And if you guys retweet it, then you'll be eligible for the drawing, and that's what we use. I need to get Twitter Picker up. I heard it wasn't working the other day. Oh, no, not twitter.com. I'm surprised Elon hasn't changed to x.com, or I don't know. He calls everything X now, but it's still Twitter. So is it Twitter or is it X? It's not retweeting anymore. It's reposting. He definitely has changed that. Okay, this looks like it's all working. So I'm going to tweet something out here in just a little bit. And I will tell you exactly what that tweet is. I'll post it here in the chat. And you guys will go retweet it. That is how we scrape the information. The twitterpicker.com, the giveaway, uses the retweets. It scrapes the information from the retweets to draw a winner from. So one of you in here this morning, one of you 50 people, 47, I don't know how many are on here right now. I see different numbers depending on which screen I'm looking at. You're going to have a pretty good chance of winning. The platform formerly known as Twitter. That is probably the best way to describe that. Chase, how are we doing? We're doing good, buddy. Do you not take structure into consideration when taking trades? I do. I do take structure into consideration. So if this trade were to run up and grab my target for buy side liquidity, which buy side liquidity is up here, if it were to not give me this entry and come up here and take that out, I would cancel this trade. Likewise, if my TP, if there happened to be a swing level like right here, let's just say there was a big, huge, this swing level was way down here and my take profit was significantly higher than that, I would be like, that doesn't feel good to me. I want my TP to be very close to that swing level or right before it. So in this instance, if I can get triggered in, my TP comes well before this order block and this swing level. So even if it wanted to reverse, it didn't want to grab that liquidity, my TP is still going to get hit. So that's definitely, structure definitely comes into some of the discretion when yes, it can fit all the criteria, but once did it grab liquidity? Yes. Did it displace? Yes. Is there a breaker? Yes. Is there a fair value gap? Yes. Can I set an order? Yes. Is my stop loss in a safe place? Yes. TP, last thing. Is TP at a place that can be hit before a draw on liquidity or right at a draw on liquidity? If the answer is no, I may not place a trade. So, or I'm just going to make sure that I'm at break even before, that draw on liquidity gets hit. So structure definitely comes into play, market structure. How dare you, sir? Say a bad word. I didn't say it was bad. I said it was okay. I never said it was bad. I said Kansas City barbecue is okay. That's all I said. That is not the same as saying Kansas City barbecue is bad. Like San Francisco barbecue is bad. Seattle, Washington barbecue is bad. Kansas City barbecue is okay. Shadow Trade, sitting quietly here every day and listening to the trader's motivation every day has helped me psychologically to be patient with losses and always execute like a bot. Do you guys still listen to that? I guess Shadow Trades does. The trader motivation video I put up on YouTube. Anybody still listen to that? I mean, it's got several hundred views. It doesn't have thousands, so not many of you are listening to it. Somebody else asked me to do one. I can't remember who it was. Maybe it was you, Shadow Trades. I can't remember. Somebody tweeted at me or messaged me on Discord. I can't remember. And they were asking me to do a guided meditation, like a 20 or 30 minute guided meditation, pre-session meditation. I don't think I'm going to do that. There are plenty of other guided meditations. That's not what I want the channel to be, but it's a fun little, just quick, like 5-minute, hey, right before the session, listen to this, get your head in the right space. Maybe it's helpful. We always have a setup on Friday, mostly triggered. Fridays are golden day. Fridays are very profitable. Yeah, Fridays we do get good setups. I've passed a couple of the challenges, and maybe in the first payout we got was a Friday trade. So Fridays are good. All for trading on Fridays. This hourly candle is about to close. Oh, man. I don't know where everyone else lives, but it's hot as hell here in Houston right now. Yesterday was like 103. With the humidity, the feel like it was like 112 or something. Like it was brutal outside. I was riding my motorcycle yesterday and it just felt like I was in an oven. It felt like I was riding inside of an oven. Like there was no cool breeze. It was like someone had just a heat gun blowing at 50 miles an hour in my face. I'm ready for this heat to go away. That's what I'm ready for. I'm ready for the fall. I'm ready for dry air. I'm ready for just the seasons to change. Red as Eagle says, yeah, before trading week starts or early Monday morning, I do watch. That's cool. I'm glad you guys watch it. Cisco, not here in UK, but sun's just come out at least. So it's not hot in the UK right now like it is over the States. Man, there is a massive heat wave going on in the States right now. It is brutal. Brutal. We've been in a drought. We had our first little rain last week. It rained for like, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes. And that was the first rain we had had in like, I don't know, 6 weeks. It had been forever. If you don't have like irrigation, like if you don't have like a watering system for your yard, it's just a brown, crunchy, dead grass everywhere. It's disgusting. I'll tell you what I'm excited about. This has nothing to do with trading. There's a new game coming out. I'm a gamer. I'm not a gamer. I like to game. I like to play video games. I don't like to play them all the time, but there is one game, Fallout. Fallout is my favorite game of all time. I love playing Fallout. Fallout 4 is probably my favorite. I love Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas. Anything Fallout, I love Fallout. I think it's a fantastic series, video game series. But the creators, Bethesda, was bought out by Microsoft, and they've been working on a new game called Starfield that's coming out. I don't know if you guys have seen it. Holy crap. It's like Fallout in space, basically. And it comes out September 6th. It's going to be available on Xbox Game Pass. I've already got it preloaded. I cannot wait for this thing to come out. I'm actually thinking about starting a Venator Gaming YouTube channel just so I can stream Starfield. It looks freaking amazing. Go YouTube when you're not watching Venator's trading stream and trying to make money. Go YouTube Starfield and just look at how big this game is. It is massive. But then they've included all of the great things from Fallout, and it's kind of a cross between No Man's Sky, where you have all these planets that you can visit, all these resources that you can, mine and get and build things. But then you have this massive storyline with all of these crazy planets and crazy, it just looks so cool, man. I am definitely going to be spending hours and hours playing that game. I guarantee it. I cannot wait for it to come out. I'm so stoked. But if you're a gamer, you should go watch. It. It looks amazing. Trade Omar, where do you live? I'm in Houston. Casual gamer, me too. My fave game series is Dark Souls. I've never played Dark Souls. I've heard it's pretty good. I know some other people that like that game. New Vegas. Oh, you're going to love New Vegas, man. New Vegas is so good. To me, so I started playing Fallout on the PC. It started as a PC game before it got bought, and they turned it into a first-person kind of what it is. So Fallout 2, and then Fallout New Vegas, Fallout 3, Fallout 4. They did Fallout 76, which I absolutely hate. It's their online massive multiplayer thing. It's not great. Not great at all. They're working on Fallout 5, which I think comes out sometime in 2025. They're already working on Fallout 5. I will play it. I guarantee it. I don't care what it is. I will play it. But I'm probably most excited about Starfield right now. It looks so good. Is it better than GoldenEye? There's not much better than GoldenEye. GoldenEye is... I'm Gen X, man. GoldenEye on Nintendo was the jam. That was the game to play, man. We played it every day after school. played it in college. I mean, GoldenEye's fantastic. Yes, it's better than GoldenEye, without a doubt, John. While GoldenEye carries a lot of nostalgia and it was super fun, it can't compare to Fallout. It's like saying who's better as a golfer, like Chichi Rodriguez, or let's say like, I don't know, Tiger Woods or Arnold Palmer, right? Arnold Palmer, I'm sure, is a great golfer. He's not as good as Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods is better. You know, who was better? Just pick any professional athlete, modern professional athlete, versus the original athletes that started playing that game. You can't compare. Were they really good when they started it? Absolutely they were. They were the best at their time. But they can't compare to what's out right now. Is TGIF still valid now that it already reached almost 30% of the week? Yeah, it's still valid. Absolutely still valid. Like to see dollar pump back up into potentially this order block here. If dollar could pump, make a little run back up into this daily volume imbalance close to this order block, then I'd like to see, you know, that's when you'll start to see moves like that. And that would get us triggered in and in line with the rest of our play. But we'll see if this thing doesn't get triggered in and it's like, you know, 45 minutes away from Fed Powell speaking at 10 o'clock, I probably will cancel the order. I don't want to have orders in the market when Powell starts talking about how he feels about interest rates and the economy. Things can get pretty wacky. So I need this thing to get triggered in the next probably hour, or I'll probably end up canceling this. So we have about in the next 4 to 5 15-minute candles. I'm going to need this thing to make a pop down. Otherwise, I'll probably cancel this. What's GJ doing? GJ not pulling back at all either. Setting up for a nice little pullback. A little dip down under this sell side liquidity here. Right into that breaker. So it's setting up for a nice little pump up, I think. Excuse me. Man, I'm so ready for the fall to get here, dude. I'm ready for the fall to get here. Baldur's Gate. I see a lot of guys streaming Baldur's Gate right now. I've watched a little bit of the gameplay on Baldur's Gate, so it looks cool. It really does. EU coming right back down into this breaker. The one we had marked out. I said it could potentially just turn right there. It filled in that fair value gap. I don't know if anybody took that trade off that EU breaker right there, but it is probably close to 1R in profit already. If you had targeted 50% of that breaker inside that fair value gap, I probably would have had a 7 pip stop. And it would have already been at 1R profit right there. I wanted it to come down deeper, but it is, I mean, that's a beautiful setup on that right there. You may have another opportunity if it displaces higher. You may have another opportunity off of these up close candles here. I don't know if anybody took that, but we did talk about that about 20, 30 minutes ago. God of War. I've never played God of War. I'm not a God of War enthusiast. I don't know. I just never got into it. I've seen gameplay of it, and I was like, that just doesn't look like something I would want to play. I know a lot of people love it. Muhammad Ali. Okay, Muhammad Ali. Let's talk about Muhammad Ali versus what? Like Mike Tyson? Would Mike Tyson knock out Muhammad Ali? I think that's a great debate. Is Muhammad Ali the greatest boxer of all time? Maybe. Maybe. Have you seen the clip of him where he's just dodging like 20 punches in a row? He just drops his hands and he's just like bobbing his head and dipping and diving and dodging. It's incredible. It's incredible. Dude's just whiffing, just throwing punches and just whiffing. H says, yeah, dude, I think you should start a gaming channel. You're so passionate about when you talk about games. There's some games that I really love. I love Civ 6. I love playing Civ 6. And that would be kind of a cool game to stream only because one game could take literally 3 hours to play. So just one game on Civ 6 would take 3 hours to play. That'd be fun to play because there's a lot of decisions to be made. There's a lot that the chat could be involved in. And it just takes time to play out from beginning to end, and you feel invested. You feel invested in what's going to happen. And there's multiple ways to win the game. It's just, I don't know. I think Civ 6 would be a good one to stream. Starfield, because the gameplay is so massive, you know, what you could do on the stream, I think could be fun. Maybe I'll do it. Maybe we'll do Venator Gaming. Nobody go out there and steal my handle. I'll find you. Madden's still a good game. You definitely would whip my ass on Madden. No doubt about it. 100%. I suck at Madden. I like Madden. It's fun. My boys played it a lot when they were growing up. But I am not a good Madden player. Not at all. Most of the sports, I love sports. Most of the sports video games I'm not good at. Not good at all. Starfield is going to be huge. They're selling Starfield headsets, gaming chairs. I'm still a Cyberpunk 2077 guy. I never played Cyberpunk either. Never played Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk does look cool and looks fun. I think I could enjoy Cyberpunk. Easy SMC says, I'm a gamer, but I'm not good at those games. For me, it's football, waiting for FIFA 24. Oh, the soccer game? Sorry, just had to say that. Never played. I don't like watching soccer. I don't imagine that I would like playing it. Maybe I would. I don't know. Maybe that's the one sporting game that I would be good at, video game that I would be good at. Cisco said, Fed talks are why I also look for non-dollar pairs for some trades. Yeah, GJ might be the best option just because there's just not a really clean. I mean, if you go down to the 5 minute, there is a teeny tiny fair value gap on the 5 minute. Right there. I mean, it is teeny tiny, man. It is so small. It's almost more like I'm not even sure I would consider the confidence I would have in that kind of fair value gap. I would probably just be like, you know what, I'm going to target 50% of the breaker, and that's where my entry would be. On GJ, if I was looking at that. Alternatively, you could also just take a touch of the breaker. That is definitely one way to trade a breaker strategy. Put your stop on the backside. You could still target 1 to 2. Also a valid play. What was your first game system? The first video game I ever played was on a Commodore 64 computer. It was on a floppy drive with the 4.5 or 5.5 inch floppy disks. It was some text-based decision adventure game. You would read the text and it would say, you're in a dark cave. Do you go left or right? And then you would say left. And then it would pull up. You went left and you fell into a pit and died. And it would start over and you go, okay, now you go back. And you have to find your way through this maze based on text decisions. Then after that, I got an Atari. We played Atari. And you had the little joystick, you know, it's like a little cube with the joystick, and you would play Breakout and Ping Pong. And what was the tank? What was the tank game? Was it called Tank or was it called something else? There's a tank game. And it would just go around, you try and destroy other tanks. I can't remember what that was called. That was awesome. Then from Atari, we got a Sega Genesis. And Sonic Hedgehog and all of those were great games. Got a Nintendo. And then, you know, just everything kind of came out after that. Probably the one that I loved the most was the original Xbox. When Microsoft released the original Xbox with the original Halo. Dude, me and my guys in college, dude, we would play Halo for hours when that came out. You could play with each other. You could get on the same network. And we would set up 4 TVs in the same room, or monitors in the same room, and we would just play Halo for hours and hours. And I kept up with the Halo franchise for quite a while, and then I just kind of other stuff started coming out, and I got more into other stuff. And I haven't played Halo in forever, but Halo, man, that was the first like real console first person shooter game that I was like, this is game changing. This is going to change the way people play video games. When that first Xbox came out, I've never really been a PlayStation guy. I've had a PlayStation. My kids have had PlayStations. I've never really been a PlayStation guy, but mostly Xbox or PC games are where I go. I'm scrolling back up here on the chat. Sorry. H says, yeah, I took that breaker. You took that EU breaker on this right here, H. You should be doing well. You're up 1R at least, probably. Muhammad Ali, the smartest box ever. There's definitely an argument to be made for that. Beeswax says, start a gaming channel. I don't know that I have the time to do that. If I stream every day for 2 hours here trading, and then I don't know that I have another 2 or 3 hours. I don't know that my wife would let me take another 2 or 3 hours to stream games. Ain't no way I'm going to sit and watch dudes play a game unless my turn is next. You got to put your quarter down, man. You got to hold your spot. Trading night, Metal Gear Solid. Metal Gear was great. I did love Metal Gear. Metal Gear was really good. Das says, what about the fair value gap just above that? I'm not sure if you're talking about EU or GU there, or GJ. Are you talking about this one at the very top of the range? Yeah, I mean, you could use that as an entry. I would still leave my stop down here below the body of the candle, below the breaker. But that does give you a little bit of a tighter and easier TP if you took that GJ top breaker there. Floppy. Oh boy, here we go. I don't understand why you guys call it soccer. It's football. They use their foot most of the time. What is the ball that they play with? Easy SMC. What's it called? What is the ball that they kick around the field called? That's the only question you have to answer. Is it called a soccer ball? Then the sport should be called soccer. It's simple as that. We play basketball. We play baseball. We play tennis. We play whatever. we play soccer because it's a soccer ball. We've had this discussion multiple times here on the stream. And I know there's a lot of passion and, you know, you've been sucked into the cult and told that the sport should be called something other than what the ball is called. And I just highly disagree with that. That's why football is what football is. It's where you play football. And soccer is where you play soccer. Because you're playing with a football, you're playing with a soccer ball. So Berserk, that's what it's called. Loved it, man. It was Berserk. I love Berserk. There was another one on Atari. It was a castle game, and you had to find your way around and find keys to unlock doors and find swords to kill dragons. What was the name of that? It was basically just like a little, you were like a little digitized 8-bit square or something around this castle. What was the name of that? I played that all the time. And it was kind of a maze, and you had to go in and out different entrances. Somebody's going to know what that's called. It was a great game. We haven't done the giveaway. Oh, we need to do the giveaway. All right, here we go. All right, so I'm going to tweet out. What am I going to tweet out? Here we go. We'll just stick with the this post right here. Y'all retweet this. If this gets 100 likes, maybe I'll start a gaming. There you go. Go retweet that. If that gets 100 likes, I'll start Venator Gaming. How about that? 100 likes, that's all it takes. 100 likes and we'll start Venator Gaming. You've got to be on Twitter. It's a free account. That's the only way to qualify for the giveaway. We use Twitter Picker to pick the winners. Twitter is free. There's no cost for Twitter. It doesn't cost anything. You just make an account and follow Venator Trading, repost. It's not Prince of Persia. Retweet that tweet and we'll do a giveaway in 7 minutes here. Easy SMC. The best part is you call the other one American football, even though they use their foot once every 50 minutes. They use their feet all the time. They've got to run. They've got to kick. They trip people. They do some awesome dances with their feet. It's definitely football. Yeah, we could just make Venator Trading a gaming stream because every 15 minutes we could just flip back to the charts and see if something's going on. We could do a combo gaming / trading stream to kill the time. My son streams his gaming sessions on TikTok. Really? I didn't know TikTok would let you do. I guess they do. I guess I've seen live on TikTok where you could stay on there longer. Bastian Schultz says, how many pairs you analyze so rapidly? Is your eyes so good I can't even process? We look at euro dollar. We look at pound dollar. We use DXY only for correlation purposes. We look at GJ and UJ. UJ is the chat pair. Every week the chat picks a pair to watch. And then I'll look at US 30 with the indexes. And when you're on the 15-minute time frame, it's very easy to flip through and know exactly what you're looking for. And you have plenty of time. every 15 minutes to go and identify whether or not you see your setup. That's it. That's so you can, when you go on higher time frames, you can watch more pairs to trade. If you're down on like the 5-minute time frame or lower, you should only be watching one pair. It moves too fast. In UK, we call that ball a football. You do not. You call it a soccer ball. Don't lie. That's not true. Only American calls real football soccer. I don't think it's just Americans. I think we had this discussion as well. There's other countries that call it soccer. Was it Australia that calls it soccer too? Or there's other countries that call it soccer. We are not alone in the accurate way to describe your sport, your national pastime. I just like stirring up the pot about it. Bash said, I'm only looking at Aussie dollar. Is it going to sell out or just rise? Prince of Persia. Prince of Persia is a good game. Soccer thing is just an American thing because you call the game soccer. You call the ball soccer ball. Well, that's because we call our sports what we play. That's why we call it soccer. What was that? Where'd that go? Irish call it soccer too. See? Part of the UK. I'm not on Twitter. Oh, we already talked about that. Term soccer is a shortened form of association football, which was done to distinguish it from other forms of football, like rugby football. Yeah. So soccer, we're just describing a term and a variation of how to play football. It's soccer. Philamuga, Prince of Persia, the DOS game on PC. It's not Prince of Persia. It's something else. It's not Maze Runner. It was used in England to differentiate between. Look at John. John's Google searching and just copy pasting over here. Maybe do the gaming stream when you do your London session stream. I'm not staying up all night to play video games. Well, that's not true. I might stay up when Starfield comes out. I might have to pull a couple all-nighters. US 30 has been bearish. We did tap into daily fair value gap here, and it's rejecting off of that. I expect a little bit of a retracement, probably back up into the range today. It wouldn't surprise me if we come back up into the range. It's either going to come back up or I think it's going to go. I don't think it's just going to rocket off here. It might, but the World Cup calls it football. Look, I'm not opposed to calling it football. It's just, I know a lot of you. Soccer and see, South Africa calls it soccer. More smart people. I'm just kidding. I know you all are smart. I just love giving you a hard time. A really all-state lacrosse player. Hey. You have to understand one thing, that the ball itself is called football, the soccer thing. It's not called a football. It's called a soccer ball. It's called a soccer ball. It's definitely called a soccer ball. All right, we got about 20 seconds. You need to go retweet that tweet that I tweeted out. The Venator Gaming 100 likes. It's only got 37 likes. So unless it gets 100 likes, I'm not starting a Venator Gaming. We're only got 37 likes. And only 32 reposts so far. So there's like 50 of you guys in here, and it's only got 33 reposts. So you have a 1 in 33 chance of winning, even though there's like almost 60 of you in here. Last chance. You got to repost. You got to repost I'll give you 60 more seconds, and then we're gonna draw our winner. I'm gonna go ahead and pull the Twitter picker screen up here. Whoa. Get rid of that. There we go. Twitter picker. We're going to pop in our tweet. It's going to load it up. There it is. Venator Gaming. Anyone. Maybe, yeah. We've got, let's see. Let me go look. We've got up to 36 reposts. All right, a few more of you gotten in under the wire here. What's up, Corey? Get those reposts in. We're about to pick it. Doo-doo. 37. All right. Somebody else got in. All right, here we go. One count. You don't have to have a picture. You do have to follow at Venator Trading. No tweet count, no count age, no latest tweet, no banner. You don't have to, you can have the most generic profile if you just retweet this and follow me. That's all you got to do. All right, here we go. Continue. Here's all of our entries. It says 35. Oh, let me redo it because let me go back because there was a couple more in there. We'll pull it back in because I did. There was a couple more. Whoops. Venator Trading. Continue. What is it now? 37. All right, 37. You have a 1 in 37 chance of winning a $10,000 Classic Challenge account with Bespoke Funding. They are the awesome sponsor of the live stream. They are one of the best firms in the industry, and they will be around for a long time to come. Don't forget to use code Venator when you're checking out to get a 15% discount and 85% profit split. But, man, John's always on the top page every single week. Look at that. So, I'm not going to go through every single page here, but you guys are all in there. Again, love-hate relationship with these. I'm glad that you guys are going to get a chance to win this challenge, but please don't use this as a gamble. This is not a lottery ticket. This is not a scratch off. This is not a, man, treat it seriously. Treat it like you're trading a funded account. All right. Be in here, come in on the live streams, watch and learn, and you don't have to do my system, but at least it will help you maybe with your psychology and your mindset. But here we go. The winner, 10K to $2 million funding challenge, 10K account giveaway is, here we go, Trading Night. Hey, let's go. Trading Night is the winner of the 10K to $2 million funding challenge, 10K account giveaway with Bespoke Funding. So way to go, man. Congratulations, Trading Night. You've been in here quite a bit, in here every day with the Hello Team Texas. So way to go, bud. You are the next winner of the 10K account. So I hope you take advantage of it. I hope it works out well for you. Message me on Twitter, DM me over there, and I will get you set up with instructions on how you can claim that account. But way to go, bud. He's here. John. I definitely have seen him here already today. He's definitely here. I want John to win one because he hates prop firms so much. He's like, I don't understand prop firms. Any updates? The only updates are we've got some orders set on EU and GU. Waiting to see if we get a pullback. If we don't get a pullback by like probably 9:15, if we don't get an entry, I'll probably cancel it only because Fed Powell is supposed to speak at 10 o'clock and I don't want to have any orders in the market that haven't been triggered before he speaks. So, but congrats, Trading Night, man. Way to go. Let me go message him real quick. And 45 likes on the Venator Gaming. Not quite halfway there. Not quite halfway there. I'm going to send him a message real quick. There you go. And now I'm going to really quickly just tag let me get your there you go. All right, another 10K account given away. We've given away quite a bit of accounts now. Let's see, we've done, what is that? I think we've given away over 100K in accounts now. I think we've done at least 10. I think we've done at least 10. So I know some people have failed them. I think some people are, I don't think anyone has passed a phase 1 yet from a 10K challenge giveaway yet that I know of, at least from our giveaways. John says I'd be like caveman lawyer with a prop firm. I'm just a caveman. Your prop firm would frighten and confuse me. Yeah, it's nothing to be afraid of, man. You just trade. That's it. You just trade. The biggest thing is don't violate the daily drawdown. Bespoke basically has no, I mean, you can trade pretty much however you want. So you just trade and you try to make money. Nothing to be confused about, really. I feel like we're just going to chop until the news comes out. I feel like since 7 a.m., we've had no real movement. Euro is moving a little bit. Dollar's moving down. GU's just kind of stalled out and done nothing. EU looked like the proper play there. Again, if you had gotten in at 50% of that breaker right there, I would have a 7 pip stop minimum. Let's see, you've 1.9. Definitely would be at break even right now and probably close to a full TP. H, did you take a full TP on that? I think H said he was in on this breaker right there. Almost no drawdown, perfect sniper entry. Here come the pups and the love of my life. There she is. So pretty. Oh my gosh. I never seen someone get so upset at compliments.
Why is this a new thing? Like he just stops.
Go potty. EU top breaker just hit TP. It's a nice little entry, though. It really is. Beautiful setup. I would have preferred to see this big breaker get tapped into. So, I mean, it just is what it is. I don't care. This could still drop, grab some sell side liquidity. I don't know that it's going to come all the way back down here. But GU is setting up some nice sell side liquidity with this imbalance right here. So I would still like to see this hourly fair value gap has not been tapped into. I'd still like to see that happen. Just get a push down. It's moving so slow right now, though. I'm getting a feeling and a vibe that's probably not going to go. US 30 kind of displacing up and giving a nice little there's a this should be orange, by the way. I need to US 30 here, grabbing sell side liquidity, finally getting some displacement up. You do have a couple of fair value gaps inside, a little one on the higher side, a little on the lower side. I'd probably target the lower one if I was looking for a thank God it's Friday setup. This is probably where it would be. Something like that. US 30 can get pretty wicky, and when it wants to run liquidity, it runs it aggressively and deeply, as you see here. So you may want to even consider just a bigger stop off of that breaker, either below here, or even the daily low potentially. The current low of the day. I guess that was yesterday's low, actually. So current low of the day is down here. Those Asia lows. Oh. Looks like that EU would be a full 1 to 2 right about now. This would set up to be basically a perfect OTE entry into a discount if we could get a pullback here. Just not sure we're going to be able to, in the next hour and 15 minutes, get that entry set before the Fed chair starts his testimony this morning. The Fed chair, chairman of the Federal Reserve. You want to learn how to trade?
Me?
Yeah.
I have a job.
You do have a job. Mute my mic for a second. Hold on. Oh, coming into the last 10 minutes here. This 4-hour candle is about to close. So the next 4-hour candle we would prefer to see open, create a lower wick, and then expand higher, and targeting initially this imbalance up here. This sell side imbalance right there. What am I missing here? Easy SMC says, hey, what do you think about lack funding to me? What? Lack funding? I've never heard. Are you talking about LARK funding? I think you must be talking about LARK funding. I don't know much about them, honestly. I know they just launched a 3-phase challenge where I think it's like 5% 3 phases in a row. You have to make like 5% 3 different times. It's a cheaper account. They have a reset feature, which I think is really kind of cool. I think they have some trailing drawdown issues that people aren't a fan of. I've never used them. I don't know much about them other than that. If you're talking about LARK funding. Bastion, who won? Trading Night won. The trailing drawdowns are what they need to get rid of, I think, to be competitive in the industry right now. Trailing drawdowns are not good for, it's definitely to favor the prop firm and to increase the failure rate. I mean, it's their prop firm. They can do whatever they want. You don't have to use them. So to me, that's kind of the biggest thing is don't use them. Don't use them. There's so many other good firms out there. Use Bespoke. They have 10% max drawdown. It's static. It's based on your account balance. It's based on the end of the day balance. Your daily drawdown limit is end of the day drawdown limit. It never goes above your max drawdown is off of your original account balance. I mean, it doesn't make sense. I keep getting messages from people about, oh, I'm just getting my payout, and then I withdrew funds on my payout. But what they don't tell you is if you withdraw all your profits, you have no buffer. And now you can't take another trade because if you take a trade, you immediately violate drawdown because you took out all your profits. Well, why use that firm? First of all, why did you not read the FAQs and the terms of service and the conditions to understand that was even a rule? Number one, that's bad on you. Number two, don't use that firm. There's so many other good firms that have fantastic conditions like Bespoke where you don't have to worry about that. Bespoke will pay you even if you, let's say you violated, let's say you're in profit, let's say you're up like 7% or 8% on your funded account, and you do something stupid and you violate the daily drawdown limit, and you still have 2 or 3% left in there, they'll still pay you out that 2 or 3%, even if you violated the daily drawdown limit. There's just so many good firms. I don't know why people keep using and buying challenges with firms that have these dumb rules in place still. It doesn't, like, you're shooting yourself in the foot. You're setting yourself up to be frustrated and upset. They've got a lot of business, I think. They're still growing. So Bastion says, I want Trading Night to gift me the giveaway. I don't think he's going to do that. I think he wants to trade that account. Bespoke funding is legit, man. You're not going to go wrong with them. As long as you don't break the rules and cheat. If you start doing shady stuff and you start trying to fake KYC or try to get more accounts than you're supposed to have by, buying one for your wife or your son and then you're trading all of them, like, you're going to get kicked. You're going to get banned. And if you start trying to use high frequency trading bots, you're going to get banned. If you start hedging your accounts, so let's say you have 2 accounts and you just take opposite positions on each one, you're going to get banned. Like, they're very clear about what you can and cannot do. Just trade the simple way. Just trade like you would trade. Stop trying to game the system and you'll be fine.
Is Carson in the chat?
He was earlier. I don't know if he still is. I think he's flying out
For what?
for Brandon's thing in San Diego or wherever. Bastion Schultz, there's only one handout guy. His name is Bradley J. Handouts. J is not my middle initial. It's A, by the way. Brad Handouts. Just call me Brad Handouts. But Bradley J definitely has a good ring to it. Bradley J Handouts. Trump just so hilarious. That mugshot picture killing me. I saw his mugshot picture this morning. It's pretty freaking hilarious. Yes, you did make her laugh. She laughs at a lot of stuff though, so it's not that you're exceptionally funny, John.
You're funny, John. Don't listen to the handout guy. You're funny.
Cisco, Trading Night's feeling that generous. I'd like him to give me $200. Why stop at 200? 2,000. Come on, Trading Night. We'll start calling you Trading Night Handouts. Man, the people just get upset at the giveaways when they don't win. I do. They get mad. I get DMs like, "Karma's gonna come and get you, sir," and they always call me sir. Sir, give me the giveaway. No, I don't do that. Sir, I have to have this giveaway. You must give this to me. No, I'm not gonna do that. And then they'll show up for the giveaway. They'll retweet, and then they won't win. And then they'll DM me and be like, "I hate you, sir."
They said I hate you?
Oh yeah. You're an evil person, and karma is going to do horrible things in your life. I'm like, okay.
Wow.
Some of them, I don't know if they just like are being serious or if they're actually being funny or if they just don't like. Some of them, I think, like the one that I screenshotted and I tweeted out the other day, obviously was a Google Translate from some other language, and this person just copy and pasted directly verbatim whatever Google Translate said, and it was just this incoherent thought. But you can read it and kind of understand this dude was seriously pissed off and was wishing very much evil upon my life because I would not give him a 10K account. I'm like, dude, that's not how it works.
If you don't know their circumstances and stuff, they're pretty maybe.
How many more giveaways you got at the moment? We're doing one a week right now. I'm supposed to have a call with Bespoke today, maybe tomorrow. I'm not sure. I'm still waiting on Max to get back to me. Oh, he did message me. Sorry, I need to message it back. It's 8 a.m. here. And I'm going to see if we can see if they'll give me some more accounts to give away. Like, they're very generous. They don't have to give me any accounts. So I'm grateful for the accounts that we have and that we can help out the loyal viewers here on the stream. So John says, karma will do horrible things to your life if you keep talking trash about Kansas City Barbecue or Jim the Wonder Dog. Well, I don't believe in Kansas City Karma. That'd be a great band name. Kansas City Karma. KCK. I like that. I think I might have to trademark that. Alphabet says, I think that's not a real person on Twitter. That's Kirby Incognito. 100% agree. Kirby definitely has a Twitter, his own Twitter account, and just trolls me as much as he can. I totally 100% can get along with that story. That is, just think about the way that tweet read. That's totally a dog who hates me trying to troll me. That's 100% a dog paw typing into Google Translate. Daz says they would only blow it anyways. They can't trade. Probably very correct. H, I forgot to ask you before possible to enable threads on Discord. Oh, is it not enabled? Yeah, I can do that. Let me, let's go do that. General chat. Edit. Permissions. Let's see here. Manage channel, no. Manage permissions, no. Send messages, yes. Send messages in threads is checked. Allow members to send messages in this channel, yes. Allow members to send messages in threads under this channel is checked, yes. Create public threads. Oh, that's what you need to create a public thread. There you go. Allow members to create invite-only thread. No, I don't want private threads. Embed links, no. Attach files. Yes. Add reactions. Yes. Okay. All right. I think you're good, H. I think you can do threads now. In the general chat. Trade ideas. I need to do that one. Let me do it in trade ideas too. We can do that too. It's fine. Send messages and threads. There you go. Create public threads. There you go. Save changes. All right. Your threads are up. I thought I had done that already, but it's not. So there you go. You can do threads now. You all sit. Daz, are you keeping a tally so people don't win more than one? I don't have an official tally, but I do remember everyone that's won. Once you've won, at least once a month. If you win one, I don't know what the ban is I should do. Is it a 3-month moratorium? Like if you win one, you're not eligible to win for another 3 months or 1 month. I don't know. We haven't had that problem yet. Most of the winners have stayed out of the competitions. Like I remember last week, I think Saeem and Michael D. I think they've all just been like, hey, we didn't retweet because we didn't want to be in there. We wanted to give other people a chance to win. And that's what you should do. I mean, that's what good people do. Like you understand, oh, I'm not going to take this because I already won. I'm going to let somebody else get an opportunity. They understand how karma works. And if they did that, Kansas City Karma would come and bite them in the butt. They'll sick Jim the Wonder Dog on him. Actually, I'll just tell Kirby would take you out. That's for dang sure. Have fun, love. Whoa. Where is Kirby? I haven't even seen him today.
He has a fan base.
There are some definitely Kirby fans on the stream.
As there should be.
I don't think so.
Move over.
Oh, sorry. Kirby needs the spotlight.
I got him.
I hate you. He is a butthole, man. I don't care how cute he looks, that he's a little demon. Listen to him.
He's old.
He's doing his demon growl back
He
there.
is old.
God. I'll walk him.
Okay, I love you, but I have to go. I love you, but I have to go.
Muhammad Saeem says, if I win, I will give it to someone else from the stream. I already have a bunch of 10K challenges right now. It's not of use for me. I will definitely not back off of it in 100K one in the future. So that's one thing I'm going to ask. So when I get on the call with Bespoke, our 100, I need to look. Let's look real quick. How many streams have we done on the live stream? 100 is coming up. We will be crossing the 100 stream. Where's my channel? So we've got, let's see, 44, 54, 64, 74, 77. Today's would be 78. So 22 more days, we will hit our 100th day streaming. So that's about just over a month from now. Let's see how many I can pull up a calendar. Let me pull up a calendar and look. When will we hit our 100 days? So 22 more days. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more. Next Friday, September 1st would be 17 more days after that. So I think it's going to be in September. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15. So it looks like Tuesday, September 26th. Or somewhere around there, the 25th, 26th, or 27th, we should hit stream number 100. And I'm going to ask Bespoke if they'll let me do a 100K giveaway for our 100-day stream. That would be kind of cool. I think, anyway. We're coming in, so we're at the 9 o'clock hour. I really don't, unless we can get the dollar to give us a good push in the next 30 minutes and get us triggered in before Powell starts talking. I don't feel like what is that? Yeah, Fed Chair Powell 10:05, which really means whatever he says, it's not gonna, like, you're not gonna see probably much market movement until around like 10:20 or 10:30, 10:15ish. Like, it's not just gonna start flying at 10:05 because he's gonna start talking and giving his speech, and it's gonna take a few minutes for him to get all of his words out, and then the market's gonna respond. So if we could get a dig here down in the next, if we could get an entry in the next 20 minutes, 30 minutes, cool. I just don't think it's going to come back that far, honestly. And that's going to suck because I really like this setup. And my guess is when he starts talking, you're going to get a dip. It would trigger you in, and then it rallies in the opposite direction. But we'll let it go here for a little bit longer. Is there a way to change the time zone on MT4, MT5 on mobile and PC? I don't know. I've never tried to do that. There might be, maybe if there's a way in settings to use local time, maybe you could change it. I don't know. I'm not sure. It's a good question. He did give me a demon stare. You saw it live here on the stream. Go back, rewind. That dude was eyeballing me. He eyeballs me all the time like that. He hates me. Red, if you find a way, please drop it in the discourse. I'd like that feature. What feature? The threads? I think it's good. Oh, he's talking to Red. I don't know what y'all are talking about. Bernard Tan, imagine the curse words you'll get from those who won't win the 100K count. It'll be pretty brutal, I'm sure. I've had to block some people in my DMs. I've had to block them because they won't stop. And they just, I don't know if they're bots. I don't know if they, like, I don't understand it, but it's like, I'll even say, please stop or I'm going to have to block you. I don't want to have to block you, but you know, I'm more than willing to help you be in the live stream. Get on Discord. Follow me on Twitter. You can learn a ton and become profitable. And they're just like, give me the account. I'm like, golly, man. It's crazy. Found this on the internet at Cisco. The time zone is set by the broker server. You can't change. Yeah, that probably makes sense. What's up, Zularif MDH? Welcome in. Saim says, Brad, you should say that if anyone from the giveaway winner passes phase 1 before my 100 stream gets a 100K. Wait. If any of the giveaway winners passes phase 1 before my 100 stream, they get a 100K. Well, that doesn't make any sense. You just passed phase 1 of a 10K. Why would I give you a 100K? I wouldn't give the 100K to someone who doesn't have an account. We'll see. I don't know. MT4 5 time zone is based on the broker. I believe that's correct. I believe that's correct. For the giveaways next month, instead of doing one a week, I might just save them up and do them all on 1 week. And that way you have multiple winners. It's been kind of good doing it just one a week. It's kind of nice. You guys have something to look forward to every week. But it's also kind of fun when you have multiple winners get picked in one day. That's kind of cool too. So I might do that in September. Might just hold them all until the 100th stream. And we won't do any giveaways until we hit our 100th stream. And we'll just do a big giveaway day. We'll do all the 10K accounts. Plus, maybe they'll give me like 100K or a couple 50Ks or something to give away. I don't know. I'll see what I can manage from them. Oh man, we're getting our little pullback here on GU. We need the dollar to strengthen quite a bit here. We need it to get back up into this level. take out this buy side liquidity if G is going to have any chance of dipping down far enough. So I'm going to take this moment to go just hit the potty break for a minute. I need to go use the little boy's room. So let me go do my business and I'll be right back. All right, we're back. Now we're just chilling. Not much else to do except wait. GJ tried to get down to its breaker there. US 30 coming back inside its breaker here. Where is that? Yeah. Finally getting some movement down here on GU. That's nice to see. Again, this is that 4-hour candle that just opened. We're going to need it to push down quite a bit to put in a bottom wick. Basically, the low is at the bottom of this 4-hour candle here. We would need to push down, leave a wick here, and then reverse up on this 4-hour candle. 1 hour, tapping into the fair value gap, currently at the top of that fair value gap. I think what I'm going to go ahead and do is cancel the EU trades because they're not going to be able to make that kind of a run down. And it already hit that top breaker. So I'm going to take this EU position off. Go ahead and just leave the GU trade on. Here we go. All right, so I'll just tweet out cancel the EU trade just so everybody is like, you didn't tell me to do that. Let's see, we're up to 44 likes. So it doesn't look like the Venator Gaming channel it doesn't have enough momentum to sustain itself, sadly. Maybe we'll just have to do some gaming here on the live stream. I'll have to pull up a Civ 6 game and just get it going, and we can just flip back and forth, and you guys can see how awesome Civ 6 is, because it is really a great game. It's really a great game. If you've never played Civ 6, it's a turn-based strategy game, and I think it's pretty cool. This is not a trade I'm calling out. I'm analyzing this really more than anything. The 9:30 open's about to happen for the U.S. stock exchange. It's been very bearish all week. We're bouncing in between two fair value gaps, inverted fair value gap, and a bullish fair value gap here. We've basically closed it all in. You would anticipate price to stay above here. And because it's Friday, I'm anticipating a bit of a retrace here. But it could come down and just take out and make a new low, take out yesterday's low, and just continue down further. If you look at the daily on the US 30, you can see we're in a downtrend. We've kind of created a new structure here. We had identified this fair value gap as an inverted fair value gap. Once it was violated, it came back through. Yesterday, tapped into it, reached all the way back down into this fair value gap, which is an BPR, balanced price range, which we've completely basically filled in. Yesterday's low left untouched. Could make a new low today, potentially down into the body of this bullish order block here. These relative equal lows might be the liquidity, the external liquidity it's looking for to tap into if it wants to go lower. I doubt it gets there today, but maybe for next week, even if we get a pullback today and see higher prices today, you could see another move down. As the month of August closes and September opens, you put in a September low, and then September trends up the rest of the month after that, perhaps. So we'll remember August 25th when we see that play out by the end of September. End of August kind of comes down. September opens, puts in a low, takes out some sell side, and then we reverse and rally up. Look at GU flirting with us 30 minutes before the news comes out. Of course it would do that. September, October, November tend to be trending months. The market tends to, all the liquidity and the consolidation and the chop from the summer months. September and October use that as liquidity, and then they begin to trend typically. H says all partial month trades before news. Was hoping it would reach day levels before news. Yeah. Muhammad. Saeem says I'm going to stay out. I'm going to let this play for another 7 minutes. If we can get triggered in here by like 8:40, I'll take it. If not, I'm going to get out. I'll cancel it. Back inside the breaker here on GU, putting in a nice wick on the 4-hour candle here. We just need to get a little bit of a deeper push on this 4-hour candle. Not much to do, man. Just chilling. Just watching. Hanging out. Oh, man. Oh, that's the wrong mouse. Anybody got any fun plans to do this weekend? Any good activities or house projects or hot dates? What's the weekend hold for everyone? Let's get some weekend plans going in the chat. How's about that? What am I doing this weekend? Really not much, I don't think. It's going to be hot. I may have to go see if my in-laws need some help with some stuff so that they don't have to get out in the heat in their yard. They love working in their yard, but it's just too hot for them. They're elderly. He's had heart issues recently. He doesn't need to be out there. So I'll probably go over there tomorrow and see if they need help. Somebody's out on my outside of the front, something going on. Hold on a second, guys. I need to go see if what's going on. I'll be right back. Yeah, just UPS. Wrong door, in fact. Not even supposed to be at my door. Reviewing my trading plan in order to smash the giveaway. Let's do it, trading night. I love it. I love it. All right, coming in here to the 8:30 open. I mean, the 9:30 open for indexes and such. We'll see what kind of pump they might give. Looks like that US 30 trade just tapped into that lower pop right there. We'll see. We'll see what happens with the dollar here as that opens. Man, I'd really like it to get in the next 10 minutes. I don't want it to be this close right before freaking news, man. It's my birthday this weekend, so having a barbecue tomorrow, and my wife has plans which she's not sharing with me. Also a bank holiday on Monday, so nice long weekend. Is the bank holiday in UK? What bank holiday is happening over there? I know the States, so we have Labor Day coming up in a couple weeks here, which will be a bank holiday. But I was unaware there's a bank. Is it what's the holiday in I'm assuming in UK, but maybe it's something else, Mr. Alfie. I'm not sure. But birthday weekend, dude, that's awesome. How old are you going to be? And it's surprise plans as well. So that's very cool. Summer bank holiday, last one before Christmas. Gotcha. 51. Dude, I thought I was the oldest one in here. Look at this US 30 trade, boys. Can you not tell me this? How many times have you seen me give you guys sniper entries? How many times does this thing not just give you sniper entries? I mean, that's easy 1-to-1 already. Let's see, 1.5. Probably be moving to break even somewhere up around these highs if it can get up there. If you're in that trade. I don't know if anybody took that US 30 trade, but good Lord. I gave you Euro dollar. I gave you a winner on 1-to-2, and US 30. I've given you another sniper entry. I mean, come on, y'all. Adrian says I took that US 30. Way to go, buddy. At break even. Well, happy birthday, Mr. Alfie. I hope you have a great weekend, man. You got me by just a couple years. But you're always in here, and you're always adding to the stream. So I hope you have a great day. Hope your wife gives you something fun. And we all know what I mean when I say something fun. I don't need to explain that. Took that US 30. Good job, Adrian. Good job. Did you get the sniper entry, or did you take the higher fair value gap entry? Which one did you take? I hope you took that sniper, because that's literally just a wick in and then instant profits. And in about 3 minutes or 5 minutes, you have a full 1-to-2 sniper entry. Love it. Gah. You know what? Screenshot that, Adrian, and put it in Discord or tweet it out. I want to see that and be able to cheer you on publicly. So, HU as well on that Euro dollar trade. Called it on the live stream, baby. Let's do it. Of course, the one that I'm in and called is not going to cooperate. Of course. If this thing's not in by 8:45, I'm killing it. Break even now, sniper entry. Thanks all. She's excited about her plans, so we will let you know when I'm back in Tuesday. Sounds good, buddy. What do you think it is? Did you ask for something specific? Did you did you have like a birthday wish list that you gave her of, you know, because my wife's like, hey, your birthday's coming up. What do you want? And I'm like, I don't want anything. Like, I literally can think through in about 2 seconds all the things that I want. And either number one, it's so expensive, I would never want you to buy that for me. Or number two, I just don't want anything. If there's things that I want, I just go get them all the time. The thing that I want is to spend time with my family right now. That's what I want. I want to spend time with my fam. That's probably the most important thing. Spend time with my wife, spend time with my kids when they're around, spend time with my friends, people I hang out with at church, you know, that kind of stuff. That's really what I want to do. Alpha says it's time to make a signal service, $1,000 a month. Yeah, we're probably not going to do that. Already posted an update on I haven't been in Discord really at all yet. So let's see. Shadow Trade's posting a sell. Not sure if you can see that properly off MT4. Yeah, I can see it. Dude, that is a beautiful entry. I need to teach you how to do a screenshot. That's what I need to teach you how to do. 1% loss. Oh, you took a gold trade. Well, you're trading gold. And then you made a quick 1 to 4. See, stick with the EU. You could have just taken out that dash. You could have just avoided that whole gold trade. You know gold's not going to treat you nice. Stick with EU. Stick with GU. Yeah, that was a great setup, man. I'm kicking myself. I'm not really kicking myself. I don't really kick myself anymore unless I break my rules. Just for not getting in on that EU. This EU breaker right there. That's really unfortunate. Definitely be at break even on that US 30 trade. You definitely want to be at break even there. Oh, jeez. Coming down to the wire here. Alfie says, no, I haven't asked for anything. She likes to surprise me. We went to do Laser Quest last year for my 50th. Yeah, I imagine I would get destroyed in Laser Quest as well. So that's definitely not an old man's game. Saeem says Windows Shift S for screenshot. Windows Shift S. Taking a picture of your video screen can work. It's just so much better and cleaner if you could do a screenshot. This thing is just going to frustrate the crap out of me today. The other winners have not. No one has passed a challenge yet. Trading night. That trophy is still up for grabs. No one has passed a 10K challenge yet on a giveaway. I think Cisco might be in profit. I'm not sure about the others. I know a couple of them have failed and lost the challenge already. Yeah, I don't think Saeem. Yeah, he's at 3% profit though. So Saeem may be the first. I mean, he's only got 5% to go, which is the equivalent of a phase 2 challenge. So as far as I know, Saeem has the highest, closest chance of winning a phase 1 challenge. Well, we might get triggered in here before 8:45, which was my deadline. So Cisco's down 2%. He was up 4%, but began taking too many trades. It didn't work out. That always happens. All right, well, we might get triggered in here. It's very, very close. Very, very close. If this thing swerves us right here, oof. I wish you would interview those that fail to see what happened. That would be a good YouTube video. Maybe. Maybe we can do that. And we're still not in. Still not in. Still not in. We still have not been triggered in. On MT5 here, we are, it's right at our entry. There, it's triggered in. All right. Officially triggered in. There we go. Got it in before 8:45. Copy image. GBP USD trade triggered in. No sniper entry here, just a complete tank dive. So what I'm anticipating is this 4 hour has just filled in that wick here. So we've got a wick test here on the 4 hour candle right here. And hopefully we can pull off of that. And not leave behind a fair value gap here. I always say when I'm wrong, I want to be wrong fast. I say this every time we get triggered in and we're watching a trade is I want to be wrong fast. If I'm going to be wrong, I would rather it just tank dive and take me out or just rock it up and take me out either way. Like don't, it's either, I typically either get sniper entries or I just get blasted through. So my preference is always to find out quick what's going to happen. And DXY is pulling back up into this 15-minute order block right there. Back up into this volume imbalance on the daily. A US 30 trade couldn't quite get up to that full 1 to 2, but it's probably going to be a break-even trade, it looks like, on that US 30. Dollar coming back down, or euro dollar coming back into that top breaker there one more time. And GU just hovering here around the top of this 4 hour wick right there. Coming into the 15-minute candle here. Getting a nice pullback here. Tapping into the bottom of that breaker level now into this 30-minute order block right here. Our stop is just below this 30-minute order block. It's completely rebalanced this fair value gap now. We'll see if it respects it. It didn't respect it on the 15-minute, but this is the bottom fair value gap here, so we'll see. And I don't really, and I try to talk through when we're in trades live on the stream, I try to talk through exactly just emotionally what I'm feeling, and I don't really feel much anymore. When I'm in these positions, I see trades get my entry, and then I see them, tap into drawdown and whatnot and all this kind of stuff. It doesn't really bother me anymore. I really do not care about any one outcome. I trust my system. I know how the breaker system works inside and out now, and I know how to execute it. And when I see it, I take it, and I'm not stressing. Like, I'm not sitting here thinking, oh, maybe I should close this out now and just take a small loss instead of a full loss. That's what I would used to do. And that's when I would be failing challenges all the time. Now I don't do that anymore. Now it's just like, look, this is the evaluation of the trade. You took the trade that you wanted to take, and you were either right or wrong, and you're going to find out. It's either going to be a stop loss, it's going to be a break even, or it's going to be a take profit. Those are the only three outcomes once you take a trade. That's it. A stop loss, a break even, or a take profit. And you let the trade do whatever the trade's going to do, and don't worry about anything after that. There's nothing else to worry about. Nothing. So you just watch and you wait. You watch and you wait. The only thing I need to be worried about probably is, let's see, break even would probably be, right here at the top of these wicks. So if price can rally up back to these highs, I would move to break even. But if it can't, it can't. No biggie. We'll take another loss. It's kind of the theme for August, July and August anyway, is all the losses. So name that song. Sorry, I kind of got off the chat over here. Saeem, I will pass if I don't make silly mistakes like yesterday. Yeah, you got to cut out the mistakes, man. Just follow your rules. We're in. Chase says, made my 2% for the day. Hope your trade wins as well. Thanks, Chase. I appreciate the good wishes. Is DXY going to respect the breaker? Yeah, who knows? Don't know, man. Don't know. It's all TBD. Wrong fast is a good approach. In football, if I was facing a much, much better team, I ain't throwing the ball. Run, baby, run. Yep. I don't want to sit around and have Price toy with me. I want to see it quickly. Either just tell me I'm wrong, rip the Band-Aid off, and hit my stop loss right away. Don't toy around with me. Don't get me in and then just, kind of dick around for here and there. And it's just, that's not helpful. That's probably the worst thing emotionally to deal with, is when Price just gets you in and then doesn't do anything. Do you true break even? I add a pip or so for commissions. I definitely go slightly into profit to cover the cost of the trade. Yes, I do a true break even. So I will move into profit slightly to cover the cost of the trade. Trader Rexman says, looking at the current high in the 15 minutes, it's obviously delivered to daily lows and it's a potential sell zone. Looking at the current high in the 15. Yeah, maybe. I mean, I don't know. I don't really, that's not how I do analysis, but you could be completely right. Could be completely right. On the hourly time frame, this fair value gap is the one that I want to see be respected. As anticipating a drop back into this fair value gap, we've had a change of structure. We've displaced above an old swing high. We left behind a fair value gap. This 1 hour breaker right there, that's our entry. Stop loss below the candle that created the fair value gap, outside of the breaker at the last order block. Fair value gap's been filled in. And we just want to see this fair value gap be respected here on the hourly time frame and on the 30-minute as well. 4-hour opened and put in a bottom wick, completely filled in, and it's not going to leave behind a fair value gap, which is often the case. So it basically came down, filled in that wick right here, and we want to see that continue to pull away. But we're just hovering around entry right now, so still got about 8 minutes on this hourly candle here. Whole New World, that's right. It was the opening song of mine. No way. Opening song at your wedding? I mean, I like the song. I don't know that I would use it at my wedding. I guess I have heard of other people using that at their weddings, so it's not totally out of the question, I guess. Oh, I'm a whistler. My wife gets mad at me when I whistle. She's like, stop whistling. Why are you whistling all the time? Kind of a dreamer I am. So, yeah, that's cool. I get it. It's a great song. I love the song. Now look at us putting in a 3-hour stream today. I didn't think I would want to stay on this long, but here we are. It's been a good stream. It's been a good stream. Whoops, almost closed out the whole trading view right there. US 30 not quite back to break-even entry, but it probably looks like it's heading that way. NAS is pumping pretty good. S&P not quite getting that. Thank God it's Friday return. US 30 obviously not getting it either. Yeah, great stream. Thank you. Stream until we hit our TP. Let's finish the week on a high. Nice 2-hour. Yeah, a nice 2-hour would be fantastic to end the week on. Love that. Oh. We'll see what happens here. I mean, we've got just about 5 more minutes here on this hourly candle. See what kind of a pullback we can get as we close out this hour. DXY leaving behind some nice relative equal lows down here, which bodes well. We'll see. There's the only guarantee in trading is that you're going to lose. You just don't know when and how often. Trader X-Men says there's a 3 Indian drive pattern on the 15-minute. Highest high, I think it could push price lower, considering that price is currently at old lows on the daily time frame. Could be, man. Could be. Higher time frames have all swept the draws on liquidity. That's why I'm anticipating a thank God it's Friday push back up to close out the week here. So I'm anticipating we've taken out the weekly low. We've dug into all of the draws on liquidity. And now that we've done that, I'm anticipating just slight push up here. Back up into these wicks as we close out the week. GJ did swerve us. It didn't even come down into the breaker. Didn't get into that fair value gap at all. US 30's basically a break-even trade now. Just about 3 more minutes. Trading night just got his credentials. That was fast. Way to go. Bespoke is fast, man. They take care of the Venator family. I don't know why they call it that. They have so many weird names for candle patterns. So many weird names for candle patterns. Who knows why they call it that? I've heard ICT, what's he call it? The 3 drive pattern, I think is what he's called it before. I've heard him say it, the 3 drive pattern. Man, some of those old Disney movies were some of the best. Those old animated cartoons, Aladdin, they were great. I've seen a couple things about the new Snow White. Not much. I'm not a big fan of the live action fairy tale Disney shows. I don't know. It just kind of takes it out of me. I kind of like the cartoon animated vibe better. So I don't know much about the new Snow White. I've heard some buzz about it, but no dwarfs. It has no dwarfs? Seriously? Literally, it's Snow White and the 7 dwarfs. Is it just part of the woke agenda that you can't have dwarfs anymore? Like, they exist. They're actual real people. I don't get it. The last Snow Whites are not that credible for me. The Evil Queen is prettier than the leading role. Yeah, that's true a lot. Very often that is the case. All right, we're coming in here to the 10 o'clock hour. So we're going to see if we can get any kind of push. The University of Michigan consumer sentiment was revised down. Inflation expectations were revised up. So I don't know what that's going to do, but we're in the trade at this point. So now it's just let it ride, and it's just going to be whatever it's going to be. The hourly candle respected that fair value gap there, so I'm glad that happened. It's nice to see that. The 30-minute gave a nice little rejection wick off of this order block. So I like the way that looks. Hopefully we put in a swing level here and can take out this swing high. but probably with the chairman scheduled to speak here at 10:05, it may not do much more than where it's at exactly right now until he says whatever it is he's going to says, and then we'll go from there. I wasn't expecting that revision from the University of Michigan to really cause any. I'm more than willing to trade through that quote unquote red folder news that they have listed. It's not, to me, of high impact news. But Powell speaks at 10:05, and then you've got a couple other FOMC members that speak at 11 and 11:30. They're all at this Jackson Hole, whatever, symposium thing where they're planning out how to make our lives worse. I'm a little cynical, if you can't tell. "30-minute candle definitely looks good." And there's our pop down on news as the market absorbs Powell talking. Looks like we're going to get slapped. Well, maybe not. I don't know. Are we going to get slapped? It's hard to say what's going on. Should we go up? Should we go down? I'd love just to be able to move to break even if we can get up, get a nice little push up here. If we can get just up to those wicks, like, right, that's good enough for me. I'm moving to break even right there. I'm not going to mess around with it more than that. Just going to move to break even right there. And right there. So we're at break even. I may not have time to tweet this out before it hits our TP. Yeah, there it is. Let's go! Let's see them wins, boys. Let's see them wins. I better see some screenshots on Twitter and in the Discord. I didn't have a chance to go to tweet out break even. Let me get my emojis in here. Got to get my fire emojis. Bam, 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 bam. I love it. Crushed it. Let's update our stats, shall we? Let's update our stats. I think it's time. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Congrats, yeah. Hey, phase one. Michael D, you passed phase one? What? No way, dude. Michael D, the first giveaway challenge winner to pass phase one. According to Saeem, I think you're supposed to get a 100K account now. No, I'm kidding. That was his idea. Or somebody's. Sharif, good game. Nice little birthday present there. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, boys. Locked in them profits today. Let's update our stats. I'm all for updating the stats. Let's get it done. So we are now 2 wins. 2 wins there. And the funded account is now... Oh, let's start with the 100K. The 100K, where is it? Come on, there it is. The 100K account is now basically back to break even. So we are at 99,658.19. We're basically back to break even on the 100K. Let's go to the phase 2. The phase 2 10K is here, and that is now 98.06. So just back to 2% drawdown. 0.83. And the 10K funded account is, where's that? There it is. It's going to be very similar to the phase 2. Is, let me get to it. 822.05. Look at that. Just like that, we're back to 2% drawdown. That is the beauty of risk reward ratio. It does the work for you. Oh, look at US 30. Are you kidding me? Look at US 30. Oh no, that's GJ. That's GJ. Look at the sniper entry on GJ, boys. Hey. Look at the sniper entry on GJ. I have called out Eurodollar winner, GU winner, GJ winner, and a US 30 break even. And all of them except GU were sniper entries. Did anybody take the GJ trade? Michael D, I told you, now it'll sell. It might sell off from here, but I don't care. This is why I don't take partials. This is why I just take full take profits, man. This is why I do that right here. I take my full position off. There's no guarantee that this is going to run. If I had just taken a partial, I would only have made half R. So this is a great example of why to do that. So Bernard Tan, thank you, Venator. You're welcome. I hope it was good for your challenges today. It could have been a loss, and that would have been fine. But instead, we followed our plan. We followed our system. We followed our rules. And we were rewarded for it today. So a good 4% win. A good 4% win today. I love it. I absolutely love it. So we're basically back to break even on our 100K challenge. So that's a beautiful thing to see. It's been a long time since we've been in drawdown. One more winner. And we're profitable for the month of August. So we're green for the month of August. Whether we take another trade or not, we're green. If we take another trade, we will either be break even or we'll be in profit. So if we win our next trade, we'll be up basically 4% on phase 1. We'll be up about 2% on the funded account and the phase 2. So we need one more winner to close out August. Hopefully we can find a good setup. We called out a winner on Eurodollar. We called out a winner on GU. We've called out, look at that sniper entry on GJ. Very quick entry, take profit on one candle. Yeah, US 30 is just going to be a break even, but it was a great sniper entry before you got to your 1.5 break even position. So a couple beauties. Oh man, this is awesome. What a great day, guys. Good stream, good giveaway. We got a birthday weekend coming up from Mr. Alfie. We've got Michael D past phase 1 of his 10K account giveaway. What else? Kirby made an appearance today. And best of all, 4%, baby. 4%. Let's go. All right. I think that's a good way to end the stream right there. I'm going to get off and see if I can set up a call with Bespoke and see if we can see how the first month went on their end and on our end. So wish me luck on that. Hopefully we'll have good news to report on Monday for everybody. But hey, I'll be on Discord this weekend, so definitely be in there. I'll be hanging out. Follow me on Twitter. And, we'll do the thing. So, but you guys have a great weekend. Have a great weekend. And get out there, have some fun, enjoy time with your family, enjoy time with your loved ones. Don't just stare at the charts and back test all weekend long. Get your head in the right space, get your head cleared, and we'll be back at it Monday morning. So y'all stay safe, happy hunting, and we'll catch you guys Monday morning, 7 a.m. Adios, y'all.